Hey, and welcome to the Virgos. My name is Aaliyah, and although we've done a few plan with me's on the channel before, I'll be sure to link them above. This month I wanted to just sit down and go through the inserts that I use, as well as how I use them in the most functional way. So if that's something that you'd be interested in, just go ahead and keep watching. All right, so let's start off with what you'll need. If you want to get into planning, I'll be honest with you, all you really need is a space to put your plans, and if that happens to be on paper, you'll also need something to write with. Now, I know if you fall down the planner rabbit hole, it seems like all of the planner friends have all these things, but bear in mind that a lot of the people that you see on like Instagram or YouTube, they've accumulated these things over a long period of time. There's absolutely no need to break the bank to cutely write down what you'll do tomorrow. Now, with all that being said, here's what I am currently using. My planner cover, so the outside, is a VDS custom manager sized agenda, and this will hold A5 sized paper, or inserts as they're more commonly known. So whenever I'm ordering something like a dashboard, which are the kind of like prettier type covers, any type of like paper, the size paper that I would order to go in this size agenda would be A5. And for the pen, the outside of this pen is a Zebra Sarasa Perpinap in the white color, but the inside, so basically, you know, where the ink is and this point, which is called the nib, is a Zebra Sarasa Dry in the size 0.7, which is kind of on the larger side. I have very big handwriting, and I do like it when, you know, my pen strokes are rather thick. So this is what that typically looks like. Something else that's more decorative that I like to use are these little page flags. So the page flags are plastic, and because of that, we can't use a regular pen. So for that, I use this Diversity fine tip permanent pen. It is oil based, so when I write on it, it won't slide off, and it dries very quickly as well. Aside from all that, extremely optional, I like to use stickers. So the stickers that I'll typically use are from Your Everyday Planner. I have some from Cloth and Paper, also the Planner Spot, and this sticker book from Poi and Hun is just how I like to keep them organized. Okay, so for me, a major part of planning my month is my goal section. So in the beginning of my planner, I do have my goals, and these are just basically things that I want to accomplish over the course of the year. And for my goal section, I do use two types of inserts. So the first one is the goal planner from Infinite Lotus. I love this one because it allows me to make several goals under one category. So for example, under personal, I do want to learn how to drive, and I also want to have more self-care days than I did last year. An insert like this allows me with ample space to put a few goals, and if I need to, you know, branch it into another one, I can. This is also a printable, so I have the freedom to print as many pages as I need, and I did. I do also use another goal page. This is the one that I will use on a month-to-month basis. This is the Cloth and Paper month on 2 pages. And something that I like is that they do include these 6 boxes for you to, again, to put multiple goals under a category. So I'll typically write personal over here, or work, and then just put a few bullet points of things that I want to accomplish before the end of the month. The best way for me to describe this would be, these are the baby steps, and the one in the front are the big steps. So these are the tiny steps that I take to getting to the big steps in the front of the planner. When I am starting, I will first check the previous month's goals. So I do give myself grace, and if there are ever any goals that I did not complete from the previous month, all I have to do is transfer them over to the current month. So let's start by going through those. And full transparency, this was a hard month, so I don't, just off the top of my head, think that I got very much done, but neither here nor there. So at the end of that, we can see that there are a few goals to bring over to the next month. It happens. I think part of planning is learning yourself and gauging what's doable and what's not doable. And also I love reflecting back on it at the end of the year, so we're all a work in progress. It's totally fine. So my next step will be to use these goals that I didn't finish and also looking back at my goal section in the front of the planner to create new functional goals for this month. And a tip for that would be to try to make your goals something that you can measure. Like, instead of saying drink more water, drink 30 milliliters of water a day. And that's something that you can track. That's something that's easy to quantify, as opposed to this fictional number of more. Okay, so as much as I love this, nothing is perfect. So cloth and paper changed this section to important dates. I don't like that, so I just put some white out over it. Okay, and I like to put like a little quote or anything like that right there. I do use the bill section, and I started using this side to just add a picture somewhere in the middle of the month, typically with someone that I love. Last month it was my brother, so there's that. But there's the beauty of planning. You can really make it whatever you want. Okay, so the next thing that I'll check will be Google Calendar. I am out a lot, and although I do feel that the size of my planner is perfect for me, I'm not carrying this around. It's not gonna happen. I'm a tiny bag girl. She cannot fit in any of my bags, so it's a no from me. So whenever I'm at an appointment and scheduling another one, or someone invites me out, or something comes up at work, I take out my phone and I just add it into my Google Calendar. This also saves this lovely Virgo from having to use whiteout when things change. Most of the time. Now on to the monthly insert that I use. This is the cloth and paper month on 2 pages. And basically this is just everything happening in the month at a glance. Cloth and paper actually changed it, so these boxes are way bigger, which is perfect for me and my very large handwriting and my very thick pens. But I love it because of how big it is, and some months are definitely busier than others for me, so it gives me peace of mind knowing that I should have enough space to put everything that I have going on that month. So this is roughly when I will be using my stickers. I like to start off with paydays and bills due, just because it helps me to plan everything out and better align with my savings goals. So the next thing that I'll do is put in any appointments that I have. So I know that I have a hair appointment on the 2nd. Put it on this side actually. So I also have an eye doctor appointment, and my Google Calendar is what I'm referencing. It just helps me to keep track of everything. Next thing that I'll typically plan would be date nights, and we are going out after my hair appointment. I'm not sure where yet, because the place we wanted to go are not going anymore, so I'm gonna leave space to fill that in. But yeah, I do boyfriend dates, family dates, friend dates. That would all be next. I do have some of my friends did ask me to go out, but we haven't picked a date yet, so it'll be a little bit bare for now. The next thing that I would add are things for work. So I already know that I have meetings Monday and Tuesday. And I have another one. All right, well, it's a good thing that I did not schedule my nail appointment yet, because I just remembered we have parent-teacher conference next week, so this can't even be here. So we're just gonna use some whiteout. And then I definitely still need to do these nails. That has not changed, so I'll probably just go on Friday. Now, if there was a birthday this month, I would simply put a cake over it. I have to double check. Nothing's coming to mind just yet. And things that take up more than one day, like a trip, I'll use washi tape just so it's more obvious when I refer back to the month that something's happening that spans over the course of a few days. So I'll also put big things or things that can change on a page flag. So this one I'm just putting in the corner because we don't have a concrete date yet, but do have something big happening this month, so I'll just write that there. And once we have a date, I will just move it from there to here. And that's basically it. This does get a bit more hectic as the month goes on, but for now, this is March. I also do typically plan my social media content on a monthly basis as well. So if you'd like to see how I do that, just go ahead and leave a comment down below and I'll get that out to you. So that, friends, is basically how I plan my months out. I like to do this a few days before the month starts, just to keep me prepared and organized. If you're interested in more videos like this, be sure to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.